All right, in this video we are going to be looking at networking and system management. We're going to be installing and configuring the Apache 2 web server and explore its configuration options. We're going to configure it to manage a local web server and do a couple of small things here. So let's go ahead and begin. So the first thing we're going to do is we have a plain vanilla Debian installation here, and we're going to install Apache 2 using the command line interface package manager. Let's go ahead and switch to the root so that we can do this. So I'm going to type in su dash and type in my password. There you go. I'm now root. And let's go ahead and check to see if Apache 2 is already installed on this machine here. Let's type in service --status -all. See what we got here. We got application armor, cron, dbus, GNOME display manager, but no Apache. We are free to go ahead and install it. But before that, let's go ahead and take a look at all the active ports that are running, or all the ports that are listening on this computer using the netstat command here. And as you see, we got DNS, we got boot PC, but I don't see any Apache listening on port 80, the default port for Apache 2. Let's go ahead and install it. We'll type in apt install Apache 2. I'm going to use the -y to go ahead and say yes to everything here. And here we go. Oh, it's asking us to put in our media. Give me 1 second here. Debian. Press enter. All right. Next thing I want to do is I want to start the service. I'm going to type in service Apache 2 start. All right. And I'm going to check, make sure I started correctly. Apache 2 status. And Apache 2 is up and running. That was a success. So now if I type in the command, service status -all, you should see Apache 2 right here with the plus in there. It exists. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. Run my netstat command again with the -l for listening. And this time, if you scroll up, we should see Apache is running on port 80. There you go, HTTP. So that is a win. Let's go ahead and open up our web browser here. And let's go ahead and I'm going to browse to my local host or my loopback address here. And there's a quick spot check, and Apache is running here. Okay, first thing we're going to do though is we're going to change the port to port 8080 to be Apache's default port here. So let's go ahead and close that. And we're going to change again because we're going to be using other stuff on port 80 in the future. But let's go ahead and make a change here. So I'm going to go to nano/etc apache2 /ports.conf. Conf is your configuration file. I'm going to go ahead and change this to listen on port 8080. All right, I'm going to go ahead and press Control O to write this out, and then press Control X to exit out. But anytime I make a change to a configuration file, I'm going to need to restart my service. So let's do that. Let's do service Apache 2 restart. And then let's make sure Apache 2 is going to start by typing in status. Looks like it is running. If I type in the netstat command, there's my Apache. HTTP alt port. Very good. And alt stands for alternative. Okay, And we can do that. We can go ahead and type in lsof-l, and I'm going to grep for Apache 2. And that's the lsof is list the open files command. A lot of stuff here. And then there you go. There is my Apache 2. All right. Let's keep going. So I'm going to go back to my Firefox. And let's type in the same address as before. And you see, unable to connect. That is expected because we are not on port 80, the default port. Go ahead and change this to 127.0.0.1 over port 8080, and there you go. That is correct. Since we made the change here, let's go ahead and quit Firefox, and we're going to change it back. So I'm going to do nano, change this back to port 80. I'm going to write this out, Control O, enter, Control X. And of course, don't forget, I got to restart. And then let's check it. All right. And if we go back to Firefox and go back to 127.0.0.1, just to verify, I'm going to put in port 80. There you go. Apache is up and running. All right, and that is the end of this lab. We installed Apache. We changed the default port from port 80 to port 8080. We checked the status. We used netstat. We had a good time. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.